Society. Yo, we have a problem. So many people are anxious and they're insecure. I thought about this for a video because in the past I've suffered from this greatly. And I look around, I've heard people talking in places, in Discords I'm in YouTube comment sections, everything like that. You hear it from everyone. They are insecure and they're anxious. So this is the Paradox Pokey take. What's going on? So when I was 14, 15, I had really bad anxiety. And the first thing that helped me was obvious, man. I'd stop being a bitch. It sounds harsh, but I realized every time I pushed out of my comfort zone, every time I did something that made me nervous, I became less nervous overall. I became more confident. And whenever I was really nervous and I did something I was nervous about, is the best feeling, man. Like, drugs cannot compare, bro. Just going first in presentations, speaking to people I wasn't comfortable speaking to, you know what I mean? Making conversation, blah, 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 blah. All these things that if you're like a really shy, introverted, whatever kid, you don't want to do. Making a sport out of doing them. That reduced my anxiety so much. Because it goes back to nature, bro. If you're running away, like if you imagine an animal's attacking you, if you don't look at it, you're going to be so much more on edge because you don't know where it is. But if you look at it and confront it, you're going to be more calm, you know? You're going to be on edge, but it's going to be way better for your anxiety. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be forced to be stronger. And that's what Jordan Peterson says about social anxiety. Like, you gotta look at people. You gotta make eye contact with people, man. Confront that fear. And as soon as I start looking at people, you know, I used to be like a little bit insecure in public. It wasn't bad, but as soon as I start like making eye contact with the people I walk past, more confidence. Easy. You just feel better. Now, there are two changes which I talk about so much, especially if you follow my second channel. You know what I'm gonna say. But I stopped watching porn, or I greatly reduced it, you know, gradually. And it made me so much more confident. It made me feel better. Like, forget about how it helped me, like, emotionally and how, with my happiness and stuff like that, my energy. Like, it made me more confident. It made me less anxious. It made me, like, talk to people I was nervous around more, especially girls. Like, it was just, there's a million reasons why it's better. And you may hear, oh no, this isn't scientific. No, keep watching those videos. Like, it's not bad for you. It is. Man, this stuff is based on science. You'll find it in the internet. Like, there is real benefit to watching those videos less. Straight up. Take it from me. There is. And if you look for the benefits online, you'll find it. You know what I mean? The other thing was working out. Remember, we're built to be constantly on the move, constantly running, hunting, everything like that. So if you work out, you do cardio, you do strength, it makes you stronger, so you feel less anxious that way, and it just puts you at ease. Like, you're doing what your body's meant to be doing. Like, I could go deeper, but basically working out is good. When I did that, it was the same. More confident around people I wasn't confident around with. And then I'm thinking back to this moment I had. I think I was about 16, and I did this thing in my head where I just realized, what's the worst that can happen with my social anxiety, right? What's the worst that comes from it? Like, you know, I imagine myself in class, right? And I imagine like being nervous, and I was like, what's the worst that can come from this? Like, let's say I really mess up. I say something that's really embarrassing, like I say something really dumb, whatever. Like, what's gonna happen? And I just imagine like, oh, well, what if everyone in my class laughs at me? Or what if people start hating me? Or what if, like, you know what I mean? What if they respect me less or whatever? And I just played that out in my head. And it was the weirdest thing. Because I played out the worst case scenario, and I just realized, like, it's not actually that deep. And it's not even gonna happen. Because if you mess up, no one's gonna care, bro. Like, people might make fun of you to get a reaction out of you, or they might see it bothers you and like take advantage of that. but no one actually cares if they see someone like drop all their books on the floor or like voice crack or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, think of it from your shoes. You have to be weird if you actually like look down on someone that does that. Like, if you genuinely think like they're I don't know, they're just bad for that, you know what I mean? So yeah, that just kind of took the edge away when I came to that realization. Another thing was just working on confidence and being real in myself. Like, you get a lot less anxious when you can back stuff up, you know what I mean? And if you work on your confidence, like if you mess up or you say something that people disagree with, or someone like, you know, gives you a hard time, you can actually own your stuff. And it's the best feeling when you can own what you're doing. Like, you can live up to it. You can... Easy example. Oh, you make Roblox videos? Yeah, I do make Roblox videos. You know what I mean? I know it sounds kind of weird, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, sometimes you can learn from people giving you a hard time about stuff, but you've also got to be confident in what you're doing, and you'll grow, you'll change. You'll almost certainly look back on yourself and be like, what was I doing? But you gotta be confident, man. And I'm just saying, if you treat people bad and if you judge people, then you're judging yourself without realizing it. Like, I'm not going to go deep into this, but how you treat people does affect your confidence, you know what I mean? So it's a good idea to just treat people decent, you know. It helps with your own self-esteem, and yeah, believe that or not, but it's true. And I definitely improved my self-esteem when I tried to start improving myself. Like, if you can simultaneously be confident in yourself and who you are, but also improve yourself, that's a good balance to feeling decent. But yeah, other stuff, working on my posture and breathing through my nose. It sounds weird, but it helped. That's what you're meant to do. You're meant to have good posture. You're meant to back straight and stuff, not sit around all the time. If you do that, it helps your physiology, it helps your hormones, it helps everything. Making your posture physically open to people. And at the end of the day, like, you might not believe it, but you're fine, bro. Like, so many people, like, in this generation, probably before, but especially in this generation, they think they're like a loser, they think they're ugly, or they think they're like, I don't know, think of any insecurity. And at the end of the day, you're never gonna be perfect. But I guarantee everyone watching this, or almost everyone watching this, you have no reason to like worry about the stuff you're worrying about, you know what I mean? But there's still things you can do to improve yourself, so yeah. Especially if you're a guy, man. Like, a lot of people, like, are younger, think they have to be like, you know, the Chad meme where they have to be like, I don't know, some people look at like the BTS K-pop idols and they're like, yeah, that, you know what I mean, they see all the girls liking them, and it's like, bro, you can get by in life, like, well, without being perfect like that, without being, you know what I mean, it's more about your character, your confidence, and like your health and stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I know this video is kind of preachy, but I just try and like, I just remember when I was like this insecure and anxious kid when I was like 14, and I'm like, I kind of wish someone would have said this to me when I was younger. So yeah, it might be preachy, but this is what has actually helped me. So yeah, bro, don't be insecure, man, be real. Also, I've been more into following God recently, and I'm not gonna lie, man, that's helped with a lot of my insecurities, anxieties, stuff like that, like just little things. Like, it does. I'm not gonna be preachy, but it's good, you know what I'm saying? Just have to add that in.